Good morning, guys. Welcome to Bet the Day for May 25th. Hope everyone's doing well and hope everyone's ready to make some money. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you're watching on TikTok, welcome. It's a great day, guys. Great day to win some money here. Got the comments already rolling in here. Matthew Veltman coming in. Morning, Tanner. Aerox, Danny Tanner. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, you cashed out yesterday. Love to see that. Good morning. Let's win some money today. Damn right. DS Shade 24. Bed. What do you mean bed? What do you mean bed? Skirt Cobain. What do you mean bed? Come on now. Give me something I can talk about here. Give me something to fire me up this morning. Hope everyone's doing well, guys. It's a great day. We got NBA basketball. We got NHL. Only one NHL game because the Lightning finished off Florida Panthers, so we don't have two today. But we also have some baseball. I feel really good about my baseball plays today. I feel good about my underdog plays. We were 3-3 yesterday overall. You know, it stung a little bit because I thought the Warriors would come out and play a little better, but you know, it was the Mavs night. Obviously, Warriors should have took that. They should have. You know, they had opportunities to close the game, but you got to give the Mavs credit because they were so good from the 3-point line. They were so good from the field, and it's not rocket science, people. It's never been rocket science. I know I kind of say that a lot, but you know, what did we say? Luka needs to have 30. Jalen needs to have 20. The bench needs to contribute. Dinwiddie needs to have be money off the bench. Cleaver needs to be money off the bench. You know, Bullock needs to shoot well. All these guys need to play well. They did exactly what we said needed to happen for the Mavs to win. That's the exact formula. When they've won games in the playoffs, that's what it's been. So, you know, they did that last night. They're a good team when that happens. But overall, it's usually the Luka Doncic show. John Brondo coming in here. Celtics continue to dominate tonight. It'll just be a closer game. I 100% agree. I think it'll be closer, but the Celtics are a much better team. If you can't see that, I don't know what game you're watching. John Brondo coming again. What's up, though? My guy, let's have a day. It's a great day to have a day. What a day to have a day. There we go. What a day to have a day. Tom C coming in here. Jimmy buckets aren't going out. Sad. Listen, bottom line is I don't think they'll go out sad. I think they'll compete. I think they'll fight a little bit tonight. But overall, man, this Heat team just isn't on the same level as the Boston Celtics. I'm not saying that as a Celtics fan. I'm a Celtics fan, but I bet against them already in the series. Like, I bet against Boston teams all the time. The bottom line is the Miami Heat are not on the same level as the Celtics from top to bottom. And that's just the bottom line. Okay, so let's read some comments here on TikTok. As by a million, I had the Avs day. Let's get this money. Hump day, fellas. There we go. I sent you 225 likes. I need it. Give me all the likes in the freaking world right now. How about the Cavs? I knew the Warriors would come out sloppy and blow. Yeah, I mean, or how about the Avs? Listen, guys, it was a bad game for the Warriors. But like I said, I bet the game, right? I bet the numbers. Obviously, the Warriors were the better team. They're the better team in the series. I'm going to bet it by game. I'm not going to say, hey, the Dallas Mavericks are due for a win, because that ends up hurting you more times than not. 8 times my money. Appreciate you. Love that. Love that. We had a good day 2 days ago. Yesterday we were 3-3, but I saw some parlays yesterday. My guy Aerox, I believe, sent me the one. If you took the three winning picks, you actually cashed out pretty well there for like a parlay or something. Let's see here. 8 times my money. Appreciate you. We got that. I don't think Mavs 3 in a row. I don't think so either. Hey, guys, that's never been done in the NBA. So what makes us think this Mavs team with no statistical advantage besides Luka Doncic is going to beat the Warriors? Like, this is not a team of destiny. They talk about it every single time. Comments flying in here. I think the Mavs would win the next game too. They could. I don't think they win 3 in a row though. When the A's-Mariners game goes over, Golden State-Dallas goes over, could have won 2 parlays for 900. Hey, man, that's sports betting though. Big T, Scope 1153. Love the content, bro. Appreciate that. How we doing, Scope? Mets blue bailed me. Mets bailed me. The Mets. What I saw from the Mets last night, we'll talk about that game in a little bit because I lost a bet on that. I'm fine with what the Mets did last night. Obviously, the bet lost, but like I have no hatred for the New York Mets right now. I have no pain from the New York Mets. Obviously, that was a tough loss last night, but the fact of the matter is they came back. I mean, they scored, I think, 10 runs in the final 3 innings of the game. Like, you know, obviously they blew a lead. Edwin Diaz blew the game, but still at the same time too, that's a hell of an effort. It's a hell of a fight by the New York Mets last night. $20 turned into $315. That's solid. What's a great over in MLB today? I haven't really been high on the overs in baseball, but you know, we can look through some here as we go. Mavs can force a game 7. Rajon Rondo 92. I'm going to disagree with you on that. Trent caused the loss. I didn't see what Trent posted. Did he take Mets or something? I didn't see that. Jock Peterson had the game of his life. Jock hit 3 home runs. Like, Jock had a great game. You know, Brandon Crawford had the little bloop single to win the game. Like, but overall, you know, the New York Mets, what they showed me last night, pretty impressive stuff. And it's something that they've shown us all year, the ability to fight and the ability to come back. Is that Fenway Park behind you? It could be or it could not be. I don't really know. I'm not gonna say what it is. MLB over today. We'll get into that here. Let me get to these. Let me get to the YouTube comments, and we'll go back to the TikTok comments, get our announcements, and then we'll start going. Elway called the home run right before he hit it. Oh, he did. Wow. Mavs bringing Dirk Nowitzki off the bench. Haha, live. Today is a risky game to take the money line. The Celtics versus Heat. I think they both will play well. I do too. I'm going to take the spread though because I'm not confident in the Celtics. Cubs didn't sell yesterday. Cubs did not sell. The Cubs came out big, and that's why we called it yesterday. We called the Cubs, so that was definitely good to see there. Okay, so let's get some comments in here. Tom C. If Jason had a bad game, they get slapped. Jimmy can have a bad game but still come through. I don't know. It's up in the air. I mean, if Jason has a bad game on the road, it's not going to be easy for them. But like the Celtics still have a lot of role players that can step up. But it starts with Jason Tatum. Followed your NBA picks. You got me once again in what you were the Warriors sweeping the Mavs. Kevster just comes on every morning. I think he comes on and just picks out my one loss. What about 2 days ago? Did you tell me there? Redbirds come in. Redbirds, I'm going with you for the A's tonight, man. I'm going with you for the A's tonight. I feel good about it. But agree with the Celtics after watching that game 3 with 24 turnovers. Absolutely loving the Celtics going forward. Just minimize mistakes. They turned the ball over 11 times in game 4, and look what happened. They absolutely dominated. I took all your MLB picks yesterday for every game, went 10-5, nice bit of profit, and also Red Sox are officially back. Yes, they are. Yeah, so if you played all my MLB picks yesterday, I guess 10-5. Obviously, the parlay didn't hit, but still. Hook the mic up to the live stream. If you want the mic, go to YouTube. The mic's connected to YouTube, guys. I can't connect the mic to TikTok and YouTube. Come on now. I got killed yesterday, J-Rod. Well, you know what? We're going to bounce back today. Let's go Celtics. Need a W. Hook up the mic to the live stream. Go over here. Yeah, so if you want YouTube, just link in the bio. It's hooked up right here. We'll get more mics going. We're going to be doing content down in the office. We actually, we're 3 Team Parlays based out of Dallas, so I'm going to be down there the whole month of June doing stuff. So I'm sure we'll have multiple mics hooked up and multiple cameras and all that. You need to update that software, bro. Love you. I love you too. Come on now. I love you too. I love you all, guys. I love you all. But the software, right, on YouTube. That's we're listen. I'm working out of my apartment right now. We'll be down in Dallas. We'll be getting all the fancy bells and whistles. Listen, the equipment doesn't make the content. The content and the talking and the that's what makes the content. I'm not, in my opinion, honestly. It's got to look good. It's got to have a high production value, but at the same time too, you're watching people because you want to hear them. You're watching people because we interact, right? Come on now. Butler over 24.5. I think so. I think he needs to step up. The A's can hit the ball, though, but they've been scoring runs against Seattle. I don't get it. I'm going to ride with the A's today. Redbirds brought that pick to my attention. When I looked at it, I totally agreed with it. So we will see what happens there. But before we get into the show, guys, I know we had our 10-minute talk here before even saying anything. But announcement-wise, please subscribe to YouTube, guys. We're going up there. If you're on TikTok, watch the show on TikTok, but come over to YouTube. Please subscribe, guys. It means a lot to us trying to get those numbers up. If you're on TikTok, check out, if you're on YouTube, go over to TikTok, check us out on TikTok. We got all that. We got our Discord channel that's up to 1,400 people already. So, join Discord, guys, linked in the bio, totally free. And then on top of that, guys, we have merch, 3 Team Parlay merch and Bet the Day merch. So check that out for sure. Nailed your NHL picks. Love that. Appreciate that. Austin Bay 140 Celtics today, bro. I think the Celtics do win today. Let's see. Let's come in here. Do I think it's worth buying picks? No. I think there's plenty of free resources out there that can give you guys good picks. And the bottom line is we talk about this every day. We talk about it every day. The bottom line is like nobody knows what's going to happen in these sporting events. Like I don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Nobody on TikTok knows what's going to happen. Nobody on ESPN knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen in these sporting events. So like I don't think it's worth buying picks. Like like what gives some of these TikTok cappers the credentials to sell picks. I think if you're going to buy picks, that's fine. It's totally fine. But the refs could know. There you go. But if you're going to buy picks, you want to buy picks from someone who's completely transparent and they have a winning record. Like you're buying a service, right? So you need to make sure they're going to win over time. It's almost like you're buying like a stock trader or something. You're buying someone to buy and sell stock for you. So just keep that in mind. I don't think it's worth selling picks because again, guys, I don't know what's going to happen in these games. You don't know what's going to happen. We like talking about them, but nobody knows what's going to happen till the games start. So close. Get to wear the Orioles jersey again. Yep. I'll break out the Orioles jersey. I'll break out the Orioles jersey. Let's see. So what time is that game at today? 7-6, 7:05. So I'll wear the Orioles jersey again tomorrow if they can win tonight. I don't know if they will or not, but we'll see. They were close though yesterday. So let's get into the show for today, guys. The official lineup. As we know, we recap and then we get into the picks for today. The people that sell picks will give you a minus 250 favor as the max of the day. Yeah, like guys, we're not going to get into this because, it's just going to distract from the show. And I do want to get to the picks. We have a great day of sports. But, I saw a capper the other day say, my free max play VIP package, what's popping? Like Dodgers, Yankees parlay. Like you didn't reinvent the wheel there, buddy. Now, if you don't know soccer, you don't know tennis, and you want to bet on soccer or tennis, go for it. But like when it comes to like NBA, NHL, MLB, like I just don't think it's worth it, guys. I mean, like I win a good amount of the time. I'm not perfect, obviously. Nobody is, but again, there's plenty of free resources like me out there. There's plenty of free resources, articles wise on the internet, and you can do your own research too. Now, if you know nothing about sports and you need to start somewhere, go for it. But yeah, I don't think it's worth it considering the variability in these games. We don't know what's going to happen. I can't wait for sports betting in mass. I can't wait either. It's going to be a lot easier for me. All right, so Red Sox running it back. I'm on the Red Sox today. We got them. They're hitting the ball way too well for me not to bet them. They're begging for me to bet them. Padres first half, 0.5 plus 105. Darvish shoves it home. I like that. Darvish's been good. Darvish gets a bad rap for a few bad starts, but overall he's been pretty solid this year. All right, Mavericks versus Warriors. Warriors on the money line. That did not hit, obviously, last night. They lost by 10 points. The thing that I was looking at was that rain delay, that water delay last night in the building. I thought it was going to, favor the Warriors, but I got to give the Mavericks credit. They came out, outscored the Warriors 37-23 in the third quarter last night. But the formula, people, here's the formula. Ready? Luka had 30 points. Brunson had 15. Bullock had 18. Finney-Smith had 23. Dinwiddie and Kleber both had double digits off the bench, and they shot 50% from the field and 46.5% from three-point line. I don't think that's sustainable. If you're on this whole, the narrative that this is the team of destiny because Luka Doncic has no help and like he's going to be the one-man band to lead the Dallas Mavericks to the promised land and win 4 in a row, you're wrong. I don't think it's going to happen. There's a reason it's never happened before. They've been doing that the whole way. What's the spread for the Celtics game? I may need to go to Rhode Island, place a bet. Spread's -2 right now. They've been doing that the whole playoffs. What do you mean? No, they haven't. When they win games, they've been doing that. When they lose, it's Luka Doncic, and then nobody else steps up. What did they do in the first 3 games? That didn't happen in the first 3 games. When they win, that's the secret. Like we've said it on here. It's not hard. Luka needs 30, Brunson needs 15 to 20, and everyone else needs to contribute. That has not happened. When they've lost games, it's been Luka dropping 30 to 40, and then nobody else stepping up. Maybe a little something from Jalen Brunson. But like it's not hard to understand. Great player in Doncic, but team overall isn't a championship team. No, they're not. And I said this about the Red Sox the other day. Last year when the Red Sox made their big run, I'm like, this is just like this team is not built to win the World Series. It's amazing they got here. And that's why I'm seeing out a lot of Dallas fans right now. They're just very, very happy to be there. I hate the Rhode Island sports books. There's no fun same game parlays or anything. No, Rhode Island sucks. Like Rhode Island sports betting is not good. If you can get to Canada or not Canada, I saw something from Canada. Celtics 2.5 spread in Canada. I saw that. If you can get to Connecticut, I don't know where you're located in Mass, but if Connecticut's easier to get to, that's a better place to go for FanDuel and DraftKings. Celtics 2.5 spread in Canada. So it was at 1.5. It's up to 2.5, depending on what book you're using. It's going to be in that range. It'll probably get up to 3 today. I think most people will be on the Celtics, so just keep that in mind when you're looking to place the bets. Warriors didn't really feel like playing last night. Starters didn't play a lot, but again, Curry only had 20 points. Draymond, Wiggins, Thompson were low double figures. Warriors were 48.4% from the field, just 35.7 from three. I don't think the Mavericks can knock down every single shot. Like Luka was making shots from the logo in the first quarter. That was the that was the bottom line. I mean, they just had a really good night. They came out, they were electrified by the crowd, and they got the job done. I don't think it happens again. I will probably go with the Warriors. Next game, we can look at the spread right now, what it's at. The only issue, I think it's going to be a big number, and the Mavericks are going to fight. But the number for that game right now is 7.5. Like, that's a lot of points. So we'll have a tough decision there tomorrow, but I'm not even going to worry about that right now. South Shore Braintree, not really sure where that is in Mass. Again, I'm a Connecticut guy. All I know about Mass is Boston and some of these weird downs. Someone in Discord is pushing over 2.5 runs total for the A's today. Thoughts? I have the A's winning, so for them to win, they need to score over 2.5. Or Robbie Ray's just been horrendous this year, and that's actually Redbird's big money better guy. Like he's been with us from day one. I trust his opinion on everything. He actually got me to notice the Athletics today. I really wasn't probably going to look at him until I saw what he picked, and then I looked at the game and I liked them on the money line tonight. So I would go for that because I see them winning the game. It's up to 3 on FanDuel, and that's where I'm going to play it today. So I was like, I'm going to stay away from it. But I do like them on the money line tonight, especially at plus 150. He got him at plus 140. I got him at plus 150. So more people are going away from them today. Is there a betting app for Texas? You probably got to use like a Bovada or something, or like a Prize Picks or something, like one of those like daily fantasy apps. But I don't think that it's not legal yet in Texas. Kendrick over under 3.5 Ks, no options for 4.5 Ks on DraftKings, 3.5. So FanDuel had it at 4.5 this morning. I mean, honestly, I'd probably go under, but it's a tough. It might be one you want to fade with when you look at it because the Reds are not a great hitting team. Obviously, like he's got the ability to shove against those guys, but if his pitches aren't breaking, this is professional baseball, and he will not have the strikeouts today. So that's a tough call. I feel a lot better at 4.5 than I do at 3.5, but I would still say go under if you're on that. So let's keep going here, guys. Mavericks, Warriors. Finish that up. We'll move into hockey here. We got some comments rolling in on YouTube. Chris Cardinale swept the day last 2 days. Unreal run. Thanks for keeping me picking the White Sox. Thanks for keeping me picking the White Sox. You don't want to pick the White Sox. Come on now. Oh, thanks for keeping me from picking the White Sox. I hit 13 leg parlay in soccer on Sunday. That's awesome. Got early games and then Pirates, Tigers, early parlay. Let's effing go. There you go, man. There you go. Love that. Yeah, I mean, anytime you can go on a hot run like that, just keep playing because usually the bets go your way. Dodgers prediction. I have Dodgers run line today. I'm going to take it because I got it at minus 122, I believe. So the juice wasn't too bad for me there. You think Tigers and Pirates money lines look good today? It's tough to say. I mean, those are toss-up games, honestly. I look at the Rockies. I think there's more value on the Rockies at plus 118 right now. If you're going to put it in a parlay, that's a different story. But like, there's more value on the Rockies at plus 118. Thompson's on the map for the Pirates. I trust him a lot more though. So I think the Pirates do get the job done there. When it comes to the Twins and Dylan Bundy, I mean, Tigers plus 164. It's not a bad upset pick, but again, I probably would rather go with the Twins. Now, at the same time, they're at home. So run line really doesn't do it for me, and they're minus 196 on the money line. So that's a game I would totally stay away from in general. But I'd probably go Twins, and then I'd say Pirates as well. I think both those teams get the job done. But if you're playing with straights, there's just no value there. Rockies plus 3.5, Tigers plus 2.5, minus 130. I don't hate that at all. But again, you're forcing a lot of outcomes into one to get minus 130 juice. I just don't. I think for me to be worth it on that, I think I would need to add one more leg in and get it up to plus money. Okay, so hockey-wise, yesterday the Rangers dominated yesterday. I think there were a lot of people saying the Hurricanes get the job done tonight. That wasn't even close to being true. Rangers 1 of 4 on the power play. Hurricanes were 0 for 2. Andrew Kopp had 3 points. Ryan Lindgren had 2, and then Frank Vetrano had another 2. Hurricanes outshot the Rangers 31-28. Bottom line is Igor was just fantastic once again. He can change a series. He's that good. You got to love it. And then we'll go Flames Oilers money line. We had the Oilers on the money line today. Yesterday. The Oilers scored 5 goals on 26 shots. Jacob Markstrom, I don't know what happened. Keys Locks, how we doing, man? What about the Mets at plus 116? I like the Mets today. I'm not going to play it, but I like the Mets. I've taken them 2 days in a row. I've gone 1-1. I think they come out and play well today, but because Jock Peterson's not going to hit 3 home runs, but Overall, I'd say the Mets win today. I'm not going to play that, though, straight. Igor's was fantastic. I don't have any shots on goal props for hockey. I could look at some, but I don't have any right now. Igor was fantastic, just absolutely fantastic yesterday. But anyways, Jacob Markstrom, I don't know what happened to him. I mean, 25 shots, 21 saves, 4 goals allowed. Granted, I don't think Calgary's playing great in the defensive zone. They're not really helping him. You see that fluke goal in the Flames game. How does that even go in? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's still though, you look at this game. It was never really a game. That's my take. It was never really a game. I know the Calgary made a run in the second period, but overall, I felt Edmonton dominated the game, and I felt Edmonton had the ability to score anytime they got into the offensive zone, and that's dangerous. Like when you're looking at this team, they're so good offensively, and now defensively, they're starting to lock in a little bit. So it's been fun to watch. But Markstrom, I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know. Like, he was very, very good in the last series. Obviously, maybe he matched the other. He matched what Dallas did, but it's yeah, McDavid's unreal. This whole team's unreal. Draisaitl, McDavid, that's a great combo right there. McDavid's the best player on the planet, best hockey player on the planet. If you're wondering about this Pirates-Tigers parlay that Chris Cardinale has over here on YouTube, it's 200 down to win 750. So that's the odds. I don't know. I can't do those odds in my head right now, but it's 200 to win 750. So it'd be 100 to win 325. What about Astros money line for parlay? Yeah, I like the Astros today. You could add that in there too. I mean, Christian Javier going against Cal Quantrill. So I like the Astros today. Tanner, Jersey in the building. Hit the like button. There we go. Hit the like button, baby. Come on now. Hit the like button. Sees Heat over 203.5. I do like that. And with reverse line movement, it jumped up to 204, 205 now, I believe, in some books even. So, yeah, I think that game goes over. What we've seen in Miami, and we're going to talk about this game in a minute here, but, what we've seen in Miami, at least, games are going over there because the Heat are scoring and then the Celtics are still matching it. Why do we keep getting Poverty Pirates early in the day? There's so many early games today, though. We don't just have to watch the Poverty Pirates. 12:36. Who starts the game at 12:36? Then we have 1:11. Then we have 3:46. The big boys start playing at 3:46 today. Okay, so we have that here. Oilers money line, so that hit. We hit Cubs money line. That went great yesterday. They dominated the Reds. Now today I would go with the Reds. Only issue is, you're not going to get much bang for your buck, just because the pitching matchup in the game. You're like Reds are very juiced today on a Wednesday as well. There we go. Cubs beat the crap out of the Reds. Marcus Stroman, he struck out 8 batters over 5 innings. That was really surprising to see. So he pitched out of his mind yesterday. But that's, he's a ground ball pitcher. He's kind of like he's kind of like a Kyle Hendrix, who we're going to bet against today. And overall, the Cubs just 4-14 with runners in scoring position. They had 15 hits. The Reds were not good enough to get the job done. And you got to tip your cap to Marcus Stroman for pitching great. We didn't expect that. Why are there day games on a Wednesday? Well, it's getaway day. So they try to get away early so they can get to their next location tonight, like for a series starting on Thursday, so that they play like there's early games so they can get to their next spot and have a little time to rest. Okay, then we had Mets money line. Obviously, that didn't happen. Jock Peterson hit 3 home runs, but the Mets came back. I mean, they scored 10 runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th combined. Edwin Diaz blew the save. I felt really good about it, and there was a close play at the plate too when Brandon Crawford hit that grounder. But again, when you go down by that margin, guys, you can't expect anything. So like, we can't sit here and say, oh, F the Mets, F the Mets. The fact that they came back and made it interesting was surprising, but you can't fall down. You can't fall behind from the margin they fell behind from and expect to win a baseball game. So like, I turned this off. I didn't even watch. I watched the highlights. But they didn't come out to compete early. Jock Peterson was sensational. I don't think that happens again today. I think the Mets get the job done. Mets at plus 110 today. All right, Colton Kaler parlay of the day: Pirates, Giants, Padres, and Cubs. That's what Colton Kaler is going with today. Pirates, Giants, Padres, and Cubs. Redbirds on here. Awesome, Tanner. Love the plus 150 money for the A's, a game that should be a pick 'em against a struggling Robbie Ray, and A's have their ace on the mound. 100% Redbirds. Like, that was a great call by you getting me, like, or posting that pick. I honestly, I'm tailing you on that. I did my research and I liked it, but I saw you posted it. And I'm like, well, I want to take a look at that. If Redbirds likes it, and I saw it, I did the numbers. You see what Blackburn's done. He's been really, really good. Robbie Ray has not been good. He's given up a lot of bombs, and the A's are hitting the baseball. I mean, they competed in game 1 of this series. They won yesterday. So yeah, I think it's a great bet. Red Sox joint longest win streak in baseball. The Red Sox are back. The Boston Red Sox are back. Day games usually mean flyaway day. Yeah, getaway day, flyaway day, whatever we call it. Grant Furness coming in here on YouTube. If the Mets and Phillies both clutch their comebacks, I would have hit a $50 for 1K parlay. Yeah, that's baseball, man. Or that's, you got to keep hammering. That's betting, that's sports betting. But yeah, overall, I mean, I'm not mad. I mean, I'm disappointed the Mets lost me a bet last night. But all I see from this Mets team is a team that I can bet on and be like, know that if they fall down, they might have a chance of coming back. There's some teams that go down, they're dead in the water, and they have no chance of coming back. Right? You look at the New York Mets. They got a chance to come back. They got a chance to fight, and that's what I like to see out of them. That's why I like to see as a better for teams that we're betting on. The Red Sox are back. I feel like it's a bit early to say that. It's not early. It's not early because they're hitting the baseball. Yes, obviously they're not back in the course of the division, right? They got a long way to go, but the Red Sox are back. They're hitting the baseball, and they've been the best team in baseball since Alex Cora shaved his beard. When you have Trevor Story hitting homers right now, along with that core three, who's going to continue to hit hopefully, and then you got a guy like Kike hit a home run last night. They were dialed in. I don't think they score, a million runs tonight, but I think they do get the win. We'll talk about that in a minute. Blue Jays team total. I'm sorry. I don't know why I played it. I think it was a stupid bet when I look back at it. I think even though they hadn't scored over like 3 in their past 6 games, it was still a stupid bet because they can strike at any time. But I will say this. It's not that the Blue Jays were that good offensively. It's more that the Cardinals were that bad pitching wise. They walked 8 batters throughout the course of the game. The Blue Jays were only 2 of 14 with 2 of 14 with runners in scoring position. They left 12 on base. I mean, Jordan Hicks gave up 4 runs in 3 innings. He walked 5 batters. We can't compete with that. So overall, really, it's more the Cardinals didn't get their job done, but I'm sorry. It was a stupid bet. The Blue Jays are too explosive for a 4-run team total. Should have went over on that. I picked Red Sox, Astros, Angels, Mets, and a parlay to win 1,000 all money lines. That good? Please help. I have the Red Sox, I have the Astros, I have the Angels, and I have the Mets. So yeah, I mean, I think that is good. I like that a lot. Rockies, Nerfy, Twins, money line, Yankees, money line. Rockies, Nerfy. I don't hate that. Both teams don't hit. Twins, money line. I do like the Twins today. And then Yankees, money line. Obviously, the Yankees should get the job done. The Yankees have struggled against Baltimore. Just keep that in mind. There might be better heavy favorites, but overall, the Yankees should win today, right? And if they don't, I'll be wearing my Orioles jersey tomorrow. Thank you. No problem, guys. Okay, so let's get into today's bets. See if we got any comments on YouTube. Jordan Hicks is not a starting pitcher. Send him back to the bullpen. Jordan Hicks sucks, Colin. Like Jordan Hicks, you can't walk 5 guys. You can't even be a pitcher. You can't be a starting pitcher. You can't be a relief pitcher. You walk 5 guys like that. When basketball and hockey end, do you just bet on MLB till NFL? Yeah, and I mean, like we'll mix in some WNBA. Won't mix in soccer. We'll bet golf a little more this summer. I'll go to some golf events. I enjoy betting those, but it's primarily MLB till football. We look at football futures. I like looking at football futures. We can break down schedules. We'll do a bunch of stuff, but yeah, it's primarily going to be baseball. But when you look at baseball, it's the number 1 sport to bet on for value wise. KBO, we're not doing KBO. Come on now. When we have Major League Baseball. Why are we going to bet on KBO? But I like the mindset. You can get your day started right. Nothing like a KBO waking cash. Yeah, like during COVID, like that's what everyone was doing, right? KBO. You wake up, you see, hey, is the money in my account or not? Did the bet hit or not? So it's exciting feeling. The problem is like I have trouble sleeping when that's happening. Like I can't bet money and go to bed. Like it's very unless I know that the bet's going to hit. So like when it was KBO and like the game started at like 4:30, 5:30 in the morning, I'm just like, oh, that sucks. But anyways, if you're up and you want to bet on some KBO, go for it. I was betting on Madden streams. I was betting on like it was a rough period. COVID was a rough period. Anyways, let's keep going here. Sean Muhammad, we got that. Yeah, so answer that question for Sean there. But yeah, it's primarily going to be baseball. If you wake up and check, you're not going back to sleep. Now, if you wake up and check and then you start hammering live bets and stuff at like 6 in the morning, it's really a rough period there. So anyways, guys, let's keep it going here. A's over Seattle upset. I have that. I love that. Redbirds has it. Redbirds got me to notice it. I did my numbers. I love it. Absolutely love it. Reds Cubs over. Yeah, anytime Kyle Hendrix is on the mound, you hammer the over. Luis Castillo, obviously shaky too. I'd go over on both those pitchers, honestly. And the Cubs coming off a big hitting performance. I mean, there's been a lot of runs scored in the series overall. So, all right, Celtics and Heat. Let's talk about this. Now, I hope there's some people in the comment section so I can just troll them a little bit. First of all, where's the guy that said Heat in 5? Because there was someone who watched like for the past 4 days that said Heat in 5. Number 2, please tell me if you church. There you go. I'm not taking a church today right now. I mean, there's nothing to take you to church about. Smart, I think, should play tonight. But again, if he doesn't play, the Celtics still win without him. Like even the game he didn't play back in Miami early in game 1, they lost in the third quarter. Here's why I'm going to take you to church. Still fighting through the sickness a little bit. Overall, feeling very good though. Now, I'm going to take you to church right now. There's one thing I need to take you to church. The Celtics have won 7 of 8 quarters in Miami. Okay, they pushed in 2 of them, but that was the third and fourth quarter of game 2. They tied. But the bottom line is, like, they didn't matter because the Celtics, they came out in the first half and just absolutely steamrolled the Miami Heat, right? They've won 7 of 8 quarters. They've lost 1 quarter, which caused them to lose 1 basketball game, right? Overall, they've played really, really well in Miami. We haven't seen the whole, the bench can't shoot on the road where we get that narrative with most teams, right? The Celtics have been very, very good in Miami. They've been very good in Boston. If you can look through this series and say, like, the Heat are better, and I'm a Celtics fan, so I get it. If you want to give me crap for saying, oh, you're just a Celtics fan. No, the Celtics are 150% better than the Miami Heat. They're a better team. I'm not saying the Heat aren't good, but when we look at this team, right, and it's Jimmy Butler and everyone else. It's Jimmy Butler. Now, you're telling me Jimmy Butler and Bam. Bam's pretty good. I want to give Bam some credit. I give this rant every day. But you got Jimmy Butler, Bam. Then you got PJ Tucker, Max Strus, Tyler Hero off the bench is very talented. Victor Oladipo off the bench is talented. But who knows what we're going to get from them? Who knows what we're going to get? Is Tyler Hero, he's coming off an injury, right? Hero's still out. That's going to hurt them, especially at home, because he does shoot well at home. But, overall, this team is not built to win. I mean, Kyle Lowry, I think Gabe Vincent's better than Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry did nothing, right? Like, I look at the Celtics team. They're so talented right now. You have Jason Tatum playing well, and it starts with Jason Tatum. I'm not going to say it doesn't. But at the same time, they have a lot more talent in their other areas than the Miami Heat do. Bam only for rebounds, and you really point on, yeah. Listen, Bam, that one game when Bam dropped 31 points, that was unreal. That was phenomenal. What he did was amazing, but we look at it, the Celtics didn't have Robert Williams in the lineup that night. So it's like, with Robert Williams and Al Horford, Bam's eliminated in the offensive end. He can grab rebounds. He's talented, but I don't see him being a factor on offense. Even game 1, I remember, we watched game 1. I was listening to, Shaq and all that. Not Shaq. It was it's the ESPN broadcast. So it was like, it was Stephen A and stuff. They were saying, like, Bam's got to go score. Bam hasn't scored at all. They ride Jimmy Butler. 100% they ride Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy can drop 31 tonight, but it's a team game. We've seen it throughout the playoffs. The best teams win. The team is important, right? You look at the Mavericks last night. Why did they win the basketball game? Luka played great. Jalen played great, but everyone else played great too. If he plays well, same with Celtics. They ride Tatum. They do ride Tatum. You think we win if Rob doesn't play? I do. I think it's fine. Guys, listen, overall, I think the series is going to go 7 games. I do. I think the Heat will steal 1 at some point, but I can't really get behind them at all because, listen, 2 is too slim of a number. Even if it's at home, even if it's in Miami, 2 is way too slim a number. I know the Heat are going to play well. I know they're going to shoot better, but I can't get behind the Miami Heat at 2. I could get behind the Miami Heat maybe at 6. But, like, overall, the Celtics are just a much better team. Brown needs to play well as well. Yeah, Brown needs to play well. It starts with Tatum. Tatum's got to be the one, because when the game's on the line, when we need a big shot, Jason Tatum's the one that's shooting basketball. He needs to be on. He needs to score 30 tonight. And then Jaylen Brown needs to be that guy in the 20s. That's when they've been really successful, when that's been the case. When Jaylen Brown's scoring about 20 and Jason Tatum's at 30, both are grabbing rebounds, both are assisting. They've been really good, especially when Jaylen Brown's been money from three-point line. I don't feel confident without Rob. His impact is so huge, covers lanes and middle of the floor. And guys, we're not going to know any of this stuff until later. So we can't really, it's almost like you got to prepare for him not to play. Like last time I thought Marcus Smart was going to be in the lineup, and then it didn't happen, right? So you just don't know. Injuries wise to the Boston Celtics, let's see. Marcus Smart is day to day. They're both questionable. Questionable at this point is fine in the day, as long as they're I think Marcus Smart should play today. I think Robert Williams should play today. I think they both should play. And the benefit of Robert Williams being in the lineup, you can spill him with Tice and you can spill him with Al Horford, right? If Marcus Smart is there, that makes a big difference. But again, I would rather have, questionable is encouraging at this point in the day. And we're not going to know until 2 hours. They're going to do shoot around. We're going to hear from ESPN saying, oh, these guys feel good and they look good and blah, blah, blah. Rob did say his knee was feeling good in the game 4 post interview. Yeah, I mean, guys, this is the Eastern Conference Finals. Granted, I know if they're hurt, they can't go, but This is the Eastern. This ain't the regular season. Okay. Freaking put some tape on your knee and get in the damn lineup. There are bettors counting on you to play tonight. And that's the bottom line. It's funny. I was outside TD Garden the other night doing interviews, and I was talking to this like hardcore Boston guy. I don't know if anyone knows Boston, but like this guy was like South Boston before it was Southie in a freaking college town. Okay. Like, but this guy was hardcore Boston. He's like, these guys are freaking soft. They're soft as hell. Like, you look at what Marcus Smart did. That's the rarity. Marcus Smart coming back into that game after literally bending his, ankle like that. Like, that was pretty impressive. But we look at like what Jason Tatum flopped the other night, and then he was missing shots and he wasn't playing well, and he felt like going into the locker room and was making it seem like his shoulder was hurt and all that. It wasn't hurt. It wasn't hurt. When you're hurt, you can't go back in the game. You can't walk. Marcus Smart literally was limping out of the locker room the other night, so banged up. He used the injury as an excuse. Yes, he did. And for the most part, guys, when we see these injuries, they're primarily excuses. They're primarily excuses. If you lay on the floor for 30 seconds and then you can get up and shoot a free throw and make it, you're not hurt. You were never hurt. You were never injured. Okay? Never. Celtics fan here, and I'll be the first one to admit that. Yeah, 100%, guys. I'm a Celtics fan too. It's soft. Now, like Marcus Smart won the Hustle Award this year. He deserves it because what he did the other night, like that got me going. Now, I don't know about this. Tatum played terrible. Tatum was terrible the other night, and he used that injury as an excuse. Because you know what? If you go into the locker room and you come out 2 minutes later, you're not hobbling, you really weren't hurt. You really weren't hurt. Sometimes it's temporary pain. Temporary pain, man. You're a professional athlete. You know what? Imagine, let's just say this. Imagine if an offensive or a defensive lineman, when they got a stinger, obviously they stay down, but every play they're banging, right? Every play. Imagine if they just laid on the ground for 30 seconds in between plays. And I'm not saying basketball is not a physical sport. It's physical as hell. These guys bang, they hit each other. But at the same time, too, guys, let's be real. Step up. You don't need to lay on the ground for 30 seconds. Half these charges are flops. And you know what? You need to flop, but you don't need to lay on the ground for 30 seconds after the foul is called. You don't. Celtics is a build with the players that play with heart. They leave it all on the court. Yeah, I'm not going to say they don't, guys. I think it starts with Marcus Smart. It starts with Mark. This is the question you need to ask yourself. And I love Jason Tatum. And there's only one Kobe, 100%. And I love Jason Tatum. And I love every player on the Celtics team. But keep this in mind. This isn't the bad boy. Our players today are soft. They are soft. If in the NBA, just think to yourself in the entire NBA, how many players would have what happened to Marcus Smart if that happened to them, if they rolled? Like, I thought Marcus Smart snapped his ankle. How many of those players would try to get back in the game and then go in and make a three-pointer and contribute? How many in the NBA? Very few. Very few. Okay. The NBA is soft. The NBA is soft. It's 100% a soft basketball. It's soft right now. I don't know. But overall, maybe one. There's very few. Marcus Smart was a rarity the other night. And bottom line, I don't know how we even got on this topic of softness, but both teams are soft. Like Jimmy Butler, I listened to an interview with him the other night. Oh, I want to play physical basketball. I'm going to hit people and I want to take charges and, all this stuff. Like, only one person on the floor, I think, can deserve to say that, and that's Marcus Smart, considering what he did. Like, unreal stuff out of him. Anyways, the Celtics are a better team than Miami. I don't think much more needs to be said about this. The Heat were really bad. It's not worth reading off their stats from the last game because they're going to be better tonight. The Celtics probably won't be as efficient tonight. But at the same time, too, I can't get behind the Miami Heat at +2. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. Like, there's many people that might say, hey, you know what? The Celtics are going to get the job done tonight, but I think the Heat could win at home. And but they can't take a risk on the Heat at +2. Two's not enough protection by any means to bet the Heat, in my opinion. Robert Williams too has guts, playing in pain. Yeah, guys, and I'm not trying to crit. They're professional athletes. Obviously, when a 7-foot giant who weighs 270 pounds charges you, you're going to lay on the floor a little bit and you're going to be in pain. But let's pause for a minute. Overall, there's a lot of softness in the NBA right now. And what I saw from Marcus Smart, what we all saw from Marcus Smart the other night, that drive, that desire, this is playoff basketball. This isn't the regular season. You know what? Robert Williams should be in the lineup tonight. Tanner, you are sweeping your bets today, my boy. I feel good about him. I feel really, really good about him. Really good about him. If they don't forget about it. There we go. All right. So we don't really need to talk about the softness in the NBA. I think it's a known fact that the NBA is soft. I love the NBA. It's just soft. And you know what's funny too? One more thing. I'll turn on Sirius XM in the morning. I'll listen to the I'd go over on 204, 100%. Especially with like reverse live movement open at like 203 and a half. But I listened to the morning show with Scalabrini and stuff. Whoever is the other guy, I don't even know. But Scalabrini's on there, and they're talking about how soft the NBA is. They're talking about the drama outside the NBA. They spent more time talking about freaking Ben Simmons than they did about the actual games. Like that's why there's a problem with the NBA. That's why it's soft. The Sports Hub for me, 98.5, and I love the Sports Hub. I do. I don't really. I listen to it occasionally. But yeah, that's a good Boston station. What do you think the over? So we got that over 204. Gotta love that. Yeah. So there's a lot of drama in the NBA, which is fine. You know, the over 203 is a lock today. The over 203 is a lock. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a lock, but I think it's a good bet. I do, because I think the Heat are going to step up. I think the Celtics are going to step up. Your place must cost over $12,000 a month. Very nice place, very small though. So no, it's not $12,000 a month. But I'm sure you know Boston rent, it's not cheap. That's why we'll be most likely moving at the end of the year when the lease runs out. Over 203 and a half, absolutely, yes. Absolutely. I wouldn't say it's a lock, guys, just so you don't know what you're going to get from every team. Like there's nothing in a lock, but 203 and a half based on what we've seen in Miami. Gotta love that. I like Bertrand as though. I do too. Boston over 102 is a better lock. I like Boston to score over 102. I like the Heat to score over 101. I think both. I think you could go both team totals in a same game parlay. Pair that with whoever you think is going to win, and then also take the over separately. I don't recommend combining. I don't recommend combining the team total. Like if you're going to go big bet on the total, I wouldn't combine it in a same game parlay with the Celtics or with the Heat, because again, that's so unpredictable. I feel a 203 is a very good bet tonight. I will likely add that to my list. I didn't take it because I'm all in on Celtics at -2. I want to see them win. I want to take the spread there, but 203 and a half is a very, very good bet. Okay. So we got that, right? We're good there. All set on this game tonight. Any other questions there? Got a comment. Chris Cardinale, Celtics win tonight. They win in 6. Miami wins tonight. Miami wins in 7. Celtics win tonight. They win. I agree with that. If Miami wins tonight, I don't know if they win in 7. The Celtics have proven they can go on the road and win a basketball game. I think the Celtics are a better team as long as they show up. Now, Miami's going to be rocking in game 7, so you got to factor that in. It does make a difference. Do you know the first half line? Well, if the game lines at 2, the first half's going to be at 1. So I can look that up right now, though. The first half should be about 1. Let's see here. First half spread is point. It's a half. So it's a half number. So, yeah, half at -15, and then plus half is -105 for the Heat. I like the Celtics first half to win, but again, the Heat could come out on fire. I'm all in on the Celtics, guys, and I know I'm a Celtics fan, but the bottom line is the Celtics are a much better team. They're a much better team, in my opinion. This game, this series shouldn't be close. If the Celtics didn't lose that third quarter of Game 1, they'd be up 2-0 right now. Celtics first half spread could be money day. I do, guys. I do. I try to stay away from first halves. I don't really play them that much. The 203, I love the over, guys. I love the over a day because I think the Heat are going to shoot well. I think the Celtics are going to shoot well. And overall, even if the Celtics shoot bad, or what we've seen, like they had a terrible third quarter in Game 1, both those still got over. I mean, we look at early in the series, what it was 118 to 107. Celtics had the terrible third quarter, and then 127 to 102. The Heat still played better. The Heat came alive late in that game. They did make a charge, but the Celtics were just money the whole game. 127, 102, 109, 103, 102, 82. So that was the one game that you didn't get the over in. But again, the Heat were horrendous. They were on the road. We've seen that from the Heat. We've seen that from the Celtics too. Sometimes they don't show up on the road. We've seen that throughout the entire playoffs. Sometimes role players don't show up on the road, right? But at the same time, too, I think both teams are ready for this. Games 5, 6, and 7 are always different than games 1 and 2 when it comes to shooting well. Role players have had the experience. They know what it's like to go to the away court. They feel good about it, right? So I would definitely go over of 203. MLB plays, we'll get to those in a minute. I have one NHL play here. We're going to take a quick, literally 1 second break. Just need to get a tissue here. All right, we're back, people. We're back. Hopefully, no one left. So Celtics on BetMGM -1.5 for the game. I like that. If you can get 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, really, like, obviously you want a better number. 1.5 is a better number than 2. 2, 2 is a better number than 2.5. But overall, I think this game is going to be. I think whoever wins it is going to win by 8 to 10 points. So alternate spreads, we've seen it throughout the playoffs. Alternate spreads can be absolute money, just because there's been so many blowouts in the playoffs. So if you like the Celtics, might want to go alternate spread on them. If you like the Heat, might want to take an alternate spread on them. That's up to you, though. All right, hockey here real quick. I have Avs puck line tonight. Kadri had 3 goals and assists to lead Colorado last game. It was tight. It was 4-3 going to the third, but, Colorado just enforced their will on the St. Louis Blues. They were outshot 37-20. Like I said, in game 1, it's a numbers game, right? If you outshoot a team by 20 goals on a given night, right, or 20 shots, you're going to lose the game, most likely. So overall, if the Avs can do that again, they're going to be just fine. No Binghamton in the net tonight. That really hurt this Blues team. I don't think they stay alive in this series no matter what, but that did hurt the Blues not having Binghamton in the net. Blues cover the +1.5 for sure. I wouldn't say so. No, I wouldn't say so. Just because, guys, we know how the Blues are down, right? They're going to pull a goalie with 4 minutes, 3 minutes left on the clock, depending on what they're down by. You can't. I would 100% stay away from +1. If you think +1.5 is going to hit, here's my take. You're either banking on it going to overtime, or you're banking on them to win the game. So yeah, there you go. If Blues truly do well on the road, all I saw from the Blues though in game 1 on the road at least was getting outshot by 20 something goals. If you think the Blues +1.5, I'm not going to say it's not going to hit, but if you think Blues +1.5, if it was me, it's your money, so I can't can't tell you what to do. But if it was me, I would just take them to win the game outright, because the odds of +1.5 hitting in these series, that in games that don't go to overtime, they're hard to say. Take money line if you like +1.5. Empty net will win by 2. There you go. If you like, if you +1.5 is not going to get you any value here. So we'll look at the +1.5. We'll get to baseball in a minute here. I hate the Brewers, so that's my take there. But like if we look at St. Louis and Colorado tonight, +1.5 at -118, or I can get money line at +205. So at +1.5, they're gonna pull the goaltender early. Like, that's why it scares me so much tonight. And they need a win, and they always pull the goaltender. I've only seen it work a couple times. It never usually works, but they always do, right? They're always going to pull the goalie. So if you like them there, you might want to do a little sprinkle at +205. Again, +1.5. If you want, I would tease that. If you're doing it in a parlay, I would tease +1.5 up to 2.5, just to get a little more protection there, because goalies get pulled. Like these, for example, it's 4-3 going in the third period. What happens? The Avs won 6-3. Celtics over. For sure, Celtics over. I don't know if it's for sure, but I'm going to take the over on it, yes. Team totals over or under? Over for the Celtics, over for the Heat. I think both go over. So, anyways, we had the Avs tonight. Avs puck line +100. Get some plus money there. They were relentless in that last game against the Blues. I think they've been relentless all series. They're going to be just fine. Heat over 101 points in total, over 203.4. Yeah, 100%. I'd go team total. Take both their overs on the team total. I think 203 is a very low number. It hasn't seemed like the sports books have adjusted that much. Like the first over was set at 205. There he is. User 275 with the black logo. No, I'm not ready for Miami to destroy. Wait, what? Wait. Let me ask you something though. If Miami wins tonight, is the series over? You said Miami in 5. You seem pretty confident about that. I don't think it ends tonight if Miami wins. So that's just why I was checking. But anyways, I don't think Miami will destroy Boston tonight. If Miami wins, I wouldn't be surprised if Miami wins. They're number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They should win. Overall, the Celtics are a much better team. Number 2, the series is going to go more than 5. You said Miami in 5. That was a big mistake. Big mistake. That was probably the stupidest bet you could have made in the series. How'd you do yesterday on your picks? Just joined 3-3 yesterday. Unfortunately, we didn't hit the Mavs bet. We went Warriors, but 3-3. Mets almost came back. That would have been 4-3. So we were 500. We're undefeated the day before. So we split yesterday. We'll see what we can do today. I feel good about my baseball bet, so let's ride with it. Miami wins 5-7. We're going to find out a lot about Tatum tonight. Well, what's there to find out? Tatum's a first team. Tatum's a bad man. That's like every time. All I have is 4 units on Heat +1.5 series spread. You're good. I mean, I think you're good with +1.5. I do think it goes 7. But That Mets game was wild. That Mets game was insane last night. Yeah, so 3-3, not great, not terrible. You know what? We bet today, so we can bet tomorrow. Heat play really good after they get beat badly. And the same thing with Jason Tatum. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what we guys. What more does Tatum have to prove? Yes, he's inconsistent as hell. He's a first-team All NBA. He's a 3-time All-Star. The dude is Boston basketball. We love Jason Tatum. If Boston wins tonight, I think they close out in 6, though. I thought you said the Heat were going to win in 5. It should be. I thought you said the Heat were going to roll. Come on now, you got to stick with your thing. But yeah, I think the Heat and the Celtics. If the Heat win tonight, it goes 7. If the Celtics win tonight, it probably goes 6. They're probably going to close it out at TD Garden, but we will see. We'll see, guys. It should be an interesting series. These are great because we get the best of 3 now. This is a big game for the Celtics tonight. This is a must-win for the Celtics. Got to stick with your choices, guys. Yeah, 100%. You had a W with that 3-team parlay. I give you a W there. I had the W on the parlay that I gave out. Yeah, but overall, I like, straights. I like to bet the straights. I want to see how I do there. And honestly, if you combine, for example, Arox, I think combined the 3 picks I won, and he had a parlay. So it's all, it's all pick and choose. Even if I'm a fade god, I still went 3-3 yesterday. So Rangers or Canes tomorrow. Early opinion will probably be on the Hurricanes. That could change tomorrow though. Let's get into baseball, guys. So right now, we have 2 picks. I got Celtics -2. I like the over as well. I'll probably add the over in there to my picks, and then I'll go Avs puck line. So those are my 3 right now. 14 parlay. We'll get you a 14 parlay here in a minute. But I love my baseball today. I feel really good about baseball. All right. Dodgers run line to start against the Nationals. The Dodgers have scored 19 runs in the past 2 days. They're playing very, very well. Julio Urias is going to pitch for Los Angeles. He's 3-3 with a 2.63, 105 whip. Eric Fetty is going to pitch for the Nationals. He's 2-3 with a 408 and a 1.46 whip. He's walked 21 batters in 39 innings. Overall, it's not about the starters. I think both starters can pitch okay today. Yes, the Dodgers are seeing the baseball great. It's more about the relief staff, more about the relievers. Washington's pitching staff, 5.15 with a 1.48 whip. The Dodgers, now this does include starters, so keep that in mind, 2.76 ERA, 1.08 whip. The whip's what I really look at. The Washington gives up a lot of free passes. If the Dodgers can handle the big guns in that Washington lineup, they're going to be just fine because, we look at Josh Bell, we look at Juan Soto, and we get scared when they're playing against the Pirates. We get scared when they're playing against the Marlins. We get scared against those teams, right? With the Dodgers, everyone's a big gun. The whole lineup can hit. So, like Juan Soto and Josh Bell can have a great day. They can have a great performance. The Dodgers can still cover because they're seeing the baseball so well in the series. Now, I didn't play this the past couple of days because it was like -130, -140. With Fetty on the mound against Julio Urias, both guys are pretty consistent. They're pretty. Fetty's got the ability to be good as long as he doesn't walk people. But I look at the whips. The whips for Urias, 105. That's unreal. I look at Fetty, 146. I'm going to go with Urias. I'm going to go with the Dodgers. I think they cover. They're seeing the ball great. Faded your picks, Tester, except Warriors, and it hit. Faded your picks yesterday, except Warriors, and it hit. You faded my picks yesterday, except Warriors, and it hit. It couldn't hit if you faded your picks. Oh, you didn't do it in a parlay. So yeah, if you faded them, you went 3 and you went 4 and 3, I guess. Or you faded them. I went 3 and 3. So even if you faded, guys, you still went 3 and 3. Mavs was money. Let's see here. Brandon Hoover. Don't know if you talked a lot, but is there a reason I shouldn't hammer the over in the Celtics game? We have talked about a lot. We spent a lot of time on that, but really, no. I think the Celtics should come out and score. I think the Heat will come out and score at home. Everyone in here is on the over. That's the only fear I have, I guess, when everyone's on the over. But everyone's on the over. I haven't met one person on the under yet. Is it safe to take the under in the Padres game, or is it going over? Let me get to that in a minute here. Wrong word, LMAO. Okay. Autocorrect. Well, give me the right thing so I can make, because if you faded me, you still went 3 and 3 yesterday. Miami Heat money line. I don't think so, but that's fine. Again, if you guys think the Heat are going to win, the Heat can win this game. The Celtics can win this game. It should be interesting. Both teams can hit. Both teams can win. Let's get it, baby. There we go. Brandon Hoover. Okay, so first of all, Dodgers run line. I feel good about Dodgers on the run line today. It's -122. If you can get it at Avs puck line, that's where we're going with Zach. If you can get it at, at -140, I don't think it's worth it. -122, I saw that. This is fine for me. I'll play it. The reason I haven't played it the past 2 days, not because I didn't like it. It's not because I didn't want to play it. It's just because I'm trying to give you guys picks that are, -100 to -110, -120, -130 at the most, right? Like, I'm not going to give you a -110 152 for a run line. It's just not going to be, it's not who I am, right? So, anyways, Dodgers have dominated. They're seeing the ball really well. Now, this one, Athletics money line at plus 150. This is a risk, obviously, but I don't think the number should be, the sports books are making this off Robbie Ray. We hear the name Robbie Ray and we get all excited for some reason. But all I've known with Robbie Ray this year is that he sucked. He's 4-4 with a 4.77 ERA, a 1.19 whip. The whip's really good. The ERA is misleading a little bit. I'm sure his ERA, his adjusted ERA, which accounts for like hard hit balls and all that, is probably lower than a 4.77. He's given up 8 homers this year, which is very concerning. He's a big inning eater. He's going to pitch a lot of innings, but he's given up homers. That scares me. We look at what Paul Blackburn does. He's got about, I think, 8 less innings than Robbie Ray this year. He's only given up 1 home run. He's 4-0, 1.91 ERA and a 0.99 whip. He's been money for plus 150 when the Athletics lost by, I believe, a run in game 1. They won yesterday. They hit the ball really well. They've been hitting better in the series. I got to go with the Athletics at plus 150. I think they can win the series today. So that's very, very exciting stuff there. A plus 150 bet on the board. I love it. For a team that, for a plus 150 bet for a game that I feel pretty confident in, I love that. And that's why we love baseball. Ain't no way Curry's going to want to fly back to Dallas for game 6. No, the Warriors are going to end it. The Warriors will end it. Let's go. What's up, Louise? How we doing? You called Red Sox upset yesterday. I did call it. The only problem is I didn't play it. Today we're going to ride with it, though. And like I didn't think the Red Sox would win by what they won by yesterday. Like, I was getting alerts on my phone. I wasn't watching that game because I'm kind of tired of the Red Sox right now. I turned it on and my phone kept blowing up. It's like TK home run. The Red Sox are up 5-0. Then there was another RBI. Like, it was like they just kept scoring and scoring and scoring. He has A's today. Yes, I have A's today. 100% I have A's. Yeah, it was a blowout. 100%. Bernie right here. Avalanche over 4.5 goals for plus 165. I don't hate that. I really don't. Again, though, you just got to be careful. Blues maybe have made a few adjustments. They have been good on the road. So just be careful with that. But I think for plus 165, that's good. Ray has been robbing me money all year, coming from Kevin Hernandez here on YouTube. Yeah, listen, Robbie Ray, the name Robbie Ray, like we worry about these names, right? Like, I'm not going to say Garrett Cole because the Yankee fans are going to get triggered out here. But early in the season, Garrett Cole. Oh, Garrett Cole's on the mound. Garrett Cole. The sports books, when you find these names, they're going to give value, right? Like, obviously the Mariners are heavy favorites today because of Robbie Ray. Well, Robbie Ray's got a really good whip at 1.19, but he's given up 8 home runs. If the A's can steal a couple, they got Paul Blackburn on the mound. The Mariners have not hit great. So you know what? The Athletics have hit in high leverage situations. I'm going to give them a chance today. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit at plus 150. You really think the Red Sox will win again today? I do. I can't go against them today. I can't. I think it's a good spot too at plus 146. Now, obviously, when you have the winning streak, Cole got smacked on the mound last couple games. I know it's Garrett Cole though. Like, they're still the books are always going to. Garrett Cole opened the year at like plus 300 to be the Cy Young winner, and after he got spanked, he was still up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because it's Garrett Cole. It's Garrett Cole. Robbie Ray has that one inning that allowed 5 earned. Still, though, Robbie Ray overall has not been that good. It's the home run numbers, too. That's what scares me. Giving up 8 home runs. You're leaving the ball up in the zone. You're not locating. Best overs for baseball today. I'm going to take a chance on it. Why not? Ray's money line is free. It's the Marlins. No, the Marlins are good, guys. We can't. The Marlins are not a bad team. Bro, look at my last bet. Can you do a safe 3-leg parlay like yesterday in a mid-range 7? Yes, I will. Mets cost me $11K. Did you post the ticket? If you post the ticket, I'll go look at it in Discord after this. But I took them yesterday 4-0. Send me the ticket on if you're in the Discord. I want to see that. Agreeing it's the names. Yeah, sportsbooks are going to give you a lot of love off the names. Let's hit. There we go. Redbirds. This one's for you. If I hit this, man, it was all you, because I probably wouldn't have noticed it as much if it wasn't. I'm an old head. What's Discord? Haha. No, it's like our group text, our group chat. It's like the whole community. We have like 1,500 people in there, just talking sports betting all day. I took Ray's team total over 3.5 at plus 115 at cash. Love that. There we go. So Red Sox. How do I feel about Cubs plus 0.5 in the first 5? It's hard for me to give you a fair opinion on this because I have the under of Kyle Hendrix strikeouts, and I think Kyle Hendrix sucks. And realistically, guys, I'm going to say this right now. It triggered a lot of people, I think. when I said Kyle Hendrix is, the guy, like when Kyle Hendrix isn't good, like last time he pitched and I bet on him. And I was doing it on TikTok. Keep up the great work. Appreciate that. I was doing it on TikTok and a lot of people were like, "Oh no, Kyle Hendricks is still good." Like, no. Here's the thing about Kyle Hendricks: when he's on, he's on. His pitches are breaking. He's not leaving freaking meatballs over the plate. But when he's an 88-mile-an-hour pitcher, and if the thing's not breaking, he's going to get shelled, right? So I think that is a slight risk today. But again, Castillo, doesn't have a huge body of work. He's not really the old Luis Castillo that we know, right? I think that's worth a shot at a half. I do. I think this could be a low-scoring game, but it wouldn't surprise me if it goes over. I would take the over overall. But really, for the game to get over, the Cubs got to hit the baseball. So I think Cubs plus a half at the first 5 isn't bad either. Took picks yesterday, just switched Mets and Warriors, and my Phillies blew it. That's rough with the Phillies. I had the Phillies yesterday, too. I thought they would get the job done. 11 out of 15. You good. Love that. Okay, so we have Red Sox now, and I can go through my whole picks for baseball here too if you want me to. But Red Sox today, money line wise versus the White Sox. The Red Sox are back. They've won 6 in a row. He was good. He has been inconsistent lately. I'm a Cubs fan from Chicago, but he's off right now. 100%. He is off. I can't trust him. What I saw last game, when his breaking balls aren't breaking, he gets beat up. So Red Sox won 6 in a row. I know when we get these win streaks, people get all scared because I'll get the 3-team parlay in a minute. I'll get all that. Let me get through my pick. Like 2 more picks for you, and then we'll talk parlays. Red Sox, 6 in a row. The team was 9 of 18 runners in scoring position, and the relievers did not allow a single run. Now, Sox has a great arm day. I don't know what Sox you're referring to, Red Sox or White Sox. I got to imagine you're referring to the White Sox with Lucas Giolito on the mound, not Rich Hill. Giolito's a 2.84 with a 1.23 whip. Rich Hill 1-1 with a 3.90, but he's been solid overall. He had one really bad start, Marathon Monday day, I believe. Other than that, he's been okay, right? He's Giolito's a big strikeout pitcher. He does give up home runs, and the Red Sox are showing up and hitting the baseball. Here's why I love the Boston Red Sox today. If you look at the numbers, if you look at the team numbers, obviously the White Sox and the Red Sox are very close when it comes to these critical statistics, like, on base, slugging, all that stuff. But when you look at what the Red Sox have done recently, I mean, I'm just going to read off their offensive production recently. They're a much better hitting team. And the White Sox did come to Boston. Did the White Sox sweep the Red Sox in Boston last time, or did they win 2 of 3? Let me see here. They swept us in Boston. So I don't think it's crazy to think that we're not going to win today. You look at what the Red Sox have done offensively over the 6-game winning streak: 5 runs, 12 runs, 7 runs, 6 runs, 8 runs, 16 runs. I'm not saying they score 16 today, but they're going to hit the baseball. Staying away from your Red Sox scare me. I'm putting 500 for them to win it all. No, guys, the Red Sox scare me too, but like I have stayed away from them a very long time, and I think at plus 146, it's good value today. I mean, we talk about how good Lucas Giolito is. Dylan Cease is better. Dylan Cease has been better this season. He's been a bigger strikeout pitcher as well. Like, Dylan Cease has been absolute money for considering what we did to him yesterday. Unreal stuff. I mean, we beat him up worse than the New York Yankees did. We're seeing the ball well, and there's multiple people contributing. That's the biggest thing. This Red Sox team was expected to compete in the division. I don't think they were expected to be number 1. I don't think people expect the Rays to be, as Rays aren't going to be as good as they were. The Blue Jays probably aren't as good as the Yankees of what we're seeing, right? But the Red Sox were supposed to be a 2 or 3 team in this division, in my opinion, and a lot of high trusted sources. And the way they were going to do that with offense, their pitching is here right now. It's playing very good, but overall, it's the offense. That's what's going to carry them. They haven't hit all season. Now they're hitting the ball. Staying away from Cubs Reds. I would probably stay away from Cubs Reds, but I think the over could be a decent play in that game. I think Cubs is a decent risk. I would take the Reds today, but I think Cubs is a decent risk bet at plus 128. I think the over, but here's my one play in this game. Yesterday, the Cubs were money. Today, I'm staying away. Yeah, you can't get lucky on the Cubs too much. Here's my one play in this game. I have Kyle Hendricks under 4.5 strikeouts. I got this on FanDuel. I believe on DraftKings, someone said it was 3.5. If it was 3.5, I'd probably stay away from it. But, Hendricks has made 9 starts this year, 35 strikeouts on the year. He's averaging 3.88 Ks per game. In his last 5, he did have one game with 7 strikeouts. So obviously that's going to inflate that number a little bit too, that average. But in his past 5 games, he's only gone over this total 1 time. He's going to hover around 2 to 3. If he gets to 4, we're still good because we got the hook with the protection. It sucks because he's going against the Reds, and they're not the best hitting team in the world. But if Hendrix isn't locating, he's not going to have strikeouts. If he's not locating and his pitches aren't breaking, he's not a big strikeout guy. Obviously, he's got a lot of nasty stuff. It's slow. It's nasty, though. But if it's not breaking, it's not going to work. Red Sox pitching keeps games close. The offense should win it. 100%. I think the Boston Red Sox pitching has been a lot better than we expected, and they're hitting the baseball like crazy right now. So you got to trust it. For plus 146, like Athletics plus 150, Red Sox plus 146, those are too good to pass up. Robbie Ray on the mound does scare me a little bit for the Mariners, but again, I think I'm allowing the Robbie Ray name to stay in my head. But again, I'm going to go with the Athletics there. I think the Red Sox at plus 146. I'm not afraid of Lucas Giolito. I was a little more afraid of Dylan Cease yesterday. And the Red Sox got to him. So, I got to trust that they're seeing the baseball well. Thoughts on Tigers Twins today? I have Twins. I don't have Tigers. I have Twins with Bundy on the mound. So are the Red Sox unders dead, right? Yeah, Red Sox unders are dead. Don't play Red Sox unders. I did a first 5 under the other day when they played the Mariners when Garrett Whitlock got a start. And it didn't work out for me very well because the Red Sox hit and then they gave up runs too. Yeah, I have Twins today. I'm all in on the Twins. So I can give you guys my picks for the day if you want to parlay them or something, but that's up to you. New York Mets +1. What's your thoughts? I like that. +1.5. I like that today. But again, I think they could win the game outright too. You're not really getting much value at +1.5 here at -176. Okay, so picks wise, we have Pittsburgh. If you have Colorado, I don't think it's a bad bet by any means. I think this is 118. This is just who I'm going with. But say I was going to bet this game straight up and I'm like, I want to take a chance on it instead of just parlaying it. I might just take Colorado because of the value at +118 with 2 bad teams. But I like the Pittsburgh Pirates today. I like the Minnesota Twins. So we got two favorites there. We're going to take our first dog with the New York Mets at +110. We're going to go Dodgers at -220. I like the Padres at -142 there. I like Oakland at +154 now, so that's going to keep crawling up there. I like the Reds today. I like the Rays. Yankees. I'm going to go Phillies today. I'm going to go against Morton. Red Sox. Astros. And Angels. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 favorites. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dogs. The games I would be most cautious with to bet today is probably Rockies Pirates. That's one of them. Cubs Reds I think is a cautious game. I think Yankees Orioles is a cautious game considering the Yankees have not dominated in the series. Other than that, I like a lot of them. What's your top 3 favorites? Top 3 favorites today. I mean, I got to give you what I've gone with. I got the Athletics +150. Is that going to hit? It's a big underdog, but I like it. Red Sox money line, then Dodgers run line. If you want three of my favorite picks, 3 of the favorite bets for the day overall, I would take the Dodgers. If you're looking for like a 3-team parlay, let me just clear this bet slip. And then if you parlayed all 14 of those, $1 would pay $3,000. And they hit it, but okay. Will you have a parlay? Yeah, I'll give you a parlay right now. My 3 favorite picks. We hit the parlay yesterday. What's your top 3 favorites? Dodgers. I do like the Padres today. And then I like the Red Sox. I mean, it depends what kind of juice you're looking for. It depends what you're looking for. Like if you want a risk parlay, let's go. If you want a risk parlay, let's go big. Let's go Oakland. Let's go Red Sox, and let's take Dodgers run line. Like parlay all those picks, and you could get it for. Let's see here. Now Dodgers -134, but that's plus 991 if you go Athletics. Yeah, I have the Athletics. I do have the Athletics. I bet the Athletics today. I didn't take the Mariners, took the Athletics. I'm picking the A's also. I mean, if you want Athletics, Dodgers, run line, and Red Sox, which are my 3 baseball straight bets, if you want to put those in a parlay, it's plus 991 there. But again, that's a big risk. If you want something like plus 200, I would sprinkle what my picks were and try to find the right combination for you.
it depends what the risk you're looking for is. Like if you want 200 plus 200 to plus 300, I like Padres first half too. If you want plus 200 to plus 300, I'd go Padres. I'd go Dodgers money line. And then I would go, you take the Yankees if you want, but I'd stay away from that. And then go Astros. That's going to be plus 271 there. So Padres, Dodgers, Astros plus 271. If that's the kind of juice you're looking for, great. If you're looking for, plus 990, parlay the other picks that I had for it and, get plus 990. Dodgers, Minnesota, and then the Rays. Yeah, I like that. I don't have a problem with that. And guys, you got all my picks there. So, do what you will with them. Figure out, what combos you want to make and all that. I can give you multiple parlays here. It's all about timely hitting. 100%, Chris. It's about hitting in high leverage situations. The teams that can hit with runners in scoring position usually win the game. That's no problem, man. That's the first thing I look at. Like after I recap these games, I go back to the box score and I say, hey, what did this team do with runners in scoring position? You look at the Red Sox did yesterday. They were fantastic. That's why they won the game. BP 311. How we doing, Brian? I did Brewers, Cubs, A's, and Marlins in a round robin. Okay, so we're going against you with the Marlins. Cubs, I'm going against you at the Reds there. Brew Crew, we're going against you. A's, we're on the same page. So hopefully the A's hit for sure. Everything else, nope. Dodgers, Astros, lay. Yeah, I think that's a smart bet, 100%. You're probably going to be about plus 110 for that in that range. Dodgers, Minnesota Rays, Boston, the NBA. I'm on Boston. I'm on the over tonight. But yeah, I feel good about the Celtics at -2. I feel really good about the over. Again, though, totals come down to if they make shots. Like honestly, every basketball game should go over. Every single basketball game should go over because if they make their shots, the game goes over. So you got to figure out if they're going to make their shots or not make their shots. I think tonight they're going to make their shots. Anything else, guys? Hour and 11 minutes. Throw the Dodgers run line. Hell yeah. Dodgers run line. It's at -134 now. I got it -122. As that price creeps up, I don't know if you want to pay it. A lot of you guys do parlays. A lot of people do parlays in general. So if that's what you're doing, I think it's fine for a parlay piece no matter what. How do I feel about the Mets? I like the Mets today at +110. I do. Love the vibes in here. I do too. I love the vibes. Very good atmosphere today. Very good. Come on, late. What's your best picks again? So here are my picks. Like I gave you guys my list of baseball. I'll probably parlay those for $1, try to win 3,000, but I'm not doing anything there. Here's my picks. Here's the picks that I'm going with. Celtics -2. I have the over as well. Then we'll go Avs puck line, Dodgers run line, Athletics money line, Red Sox money line, Kyle Hendrix under 4.5 Ks. Now the benefit of these plus money bets is that I don't have to put a full unit on them to win money back, right? So if my unit size is $100 and I get plus 150, I could put 75 down to win 100, right? Like there's different ways to do that here with these bets. You could put, if you put 25 or 50 down, whatever your unit size is, you're going to win more with these plus money. So you don't have to go all in on the underdogs. Fun fact, the Reds have the second best hitting percentage with runners in scoring positions. That's good. Well, hopefully they bring it today against Kyle Hendrix. He has under 4.5 Ks and we get him out of the game very, very early. Mets on a travel day seems like a trap. I don't think so. I think the Mets, it's never a bad bet to bet on the Mets based on what we saw last night. When a team can do what they did last night, I know they didn't finish the job, but they've had multiple games where they've come from behind and finished it. If they can do that, I got to bet it. I got to go with them. They're plus 110 today. I think that's a fair bet. I'd rather take them at plus 110. Where are the Mets going next? Too? I think that all depends. Are the Mets coming back east? Let's see. The Mets are back. The Mets are home against Philadelphia. So they have a day off. So I wouldn't worry about it. They have a day off today. Or a day off tomorrow. So they'll play early today and then they got their day off. Hendrix under 4.5. Hell yeah. I like Hendrix under 4.5. That could be my best bet of the day just because I don't like Kyle Hendrix. And if the balls aren't breaking, he's going to have a really tough time. But I'm going Hendrix under 4.5. Phillies money line. I do have the Phillies today, but again, I'm not playing that bet. I like that'll be included in my parlay, like my $1 to win 3,000 parlay. But I do have the Phillies today, plus 136. You demand, appreciate that, guys. Anything else, let me know. Remember, bet responsibly. It's your money. Just giving my picks, guys. Never charge for a dime. All we ask is you go to YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. If you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, go over to TikTok, follow us there. St. Louis Blues money line today. Hell no. Appreciate you, brother. No problem, Daz Deuces. I'm on the Avalanche puck line night, so I think they'll win by 2 goals. Still Tanner the Tank with the fact, stats, and comebacks. There we go. Gotta love it. Yeah, always have the stats for you. Always have that. Good listen to you. Have a great day. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Go over to YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. We get 1,000 people popping on the show at TikTok between the over the hour. You all subscribe, we'll get up 1,000 subscribers. So help us out there, guys. If you're on YouTube, head over to TikTok. Got a lot of great content coming. I think we have Mavs content from the game last night. I'm not totally sure about that. Again, I'm the Boston guy, so we'll have I'll be posting Celtics content from the last game still throughout the day. And yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. Merch, Discord. Join Discord. You want to join Discord? Maria, Galvez, Pirates or Rockies? I'm on the Pirates today. I don't think the Rockies is a bad underdog bet. It's one I would stay away from totally, but I'm on the Pirates today. Yeah, I think it's it's definitely it's one of those games I would stay away from. But I like Pirates. I know it's the 12:30 game. We all want to bet it, but I would say Pirates. It's not something I'll bet in a straight though, for sure. So anyways, guys, make sure you subscribe, join Discord. Discord, #1 place to talk to me all day, talk to our community, talk to every one of our content creators as we grow. And then we also have our merch link and all that, where our website's launching soon. We're going to have a blog and stuff. I don't know if you guys like reading, but I like writing interesting articles. We have a bunch of other writers, so that'll be good to see and all that. So stay tuned, guys. A lot of fun stuff coming. Go Celtics tonight. Let's get the win. Go over. Let's get the over 203.5. And we will talk to you tomorrow for another episode of Bet the Day.